I'm just hotspotting my phone because they decided to fiddle with the Wi-Fi for no reason, and now they're screaming at each other. Anyways.
Old people.
Shit.
Old people.
Anyways, what I missed.
Anyways, nothing, because we took a time break.
Yep.
Oh, neat.
Wait for you. So, are we all back?
I believe so.
I think.
Rebecca?
Oh.
Yes, I'm
Oh, is there? We're just talking. Alright.
Okay.
So you guys have sailed over to Ember's space and have engaged in fun, silent, awkward conversation where you guys just sort of look at each other, smiling, I guess.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
And then Wise, you eventually piped up that Sandra needed something. So Ember turns his attention from Wise over to you, Sandra. Yes, what can I get for you?
I'm not. How much leather working do you guys do?
Plenty.
Good, wonderful to you. I didn't know if that was like a separate degree from metalworking stuff.
Any and all non-experimental equipment gets handled here.
That's wonderful. Do you have any? What's the thing Tanam has? The poofy looky thing.
Gambison.
That one.
You can hear echoing your head. Gambison.
Gambison.
Stylish and comfortable and effective. Gambison.
Do you have any?
It's a really good impression, actually.
Do you have anything similar to that would fit under my clothes without making me look like I'm 500 pounds?
Ember's like picking at his ear. Did you guys just hear some? Never mind.
I know, I think we're all going a bit crazy.
Some kind of like that. I don't know.
I'll consider that I would consider that Gambison effect something of Abe's. What do you mean? You said something you'd go underneath? What, like a flak jacket or something?
That could work. Just something
I have
a little
flak
more
jackets,
defensive than
although...
the armor that I already have.
What armor do you have right now?
Out of game, I have leather. No, I have chain shirt, but I actually want to go down to leather because I have +4 dexterity, so it'd be better to have like studded leather.
You want to go down to studded leather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I said Gambison because I wanted to support Fred's push for Gambisons.
Historically.
Poofy.
Oh, there we go.
It
That's
looks,
a Google image
honestly,
I was
it
just
looks like a
looking at
comfy
there.
jacket. It looks like a really comfortable jacket.
It's
The thing is, you
what
wear-
you like. It's
Yeah,
what
you
you
wear
wear
another
under like
jacket.
heavy armor.
It is what you would wear in a heavy armor. Exactly, and it's welcome to the coastal, humid, hot environment.
Yeah.
The things you sacrifice for style.
I mean,
Okay,
Sometimes
so
you got it.
yeah. So from an out-of-game perspective, I just want effectively just like studded leather. If he has like studded leather +1, I'd be willing to look into that.
can you pay for it? How much money do you got?
I have like 218. I don't know how much that would cost.
More than that.
Because studded leather is how much is that? It's like 50.
It's 45.
It's 45. Okay.
But if you want to the only thing that it's either you get enchanted studded leather armor or you get master crafted. One or the other.
Those mastercrafted.
It's basically my version of you can get a +1 without it having to be magic. So you can have a +1 weapon that doesn't do magical damage. So therefore it's still halved.
Okay.
So that being said, the price difference between those is still above
massive.
218.
Oh, we don't have the rest of the money yet either.
You don't.
Oh, yeah!
We haven't been paid yet.
Oh, no, Charlotte was there and everything.
Oh, we.
She's right fucking there. She's like 50
You
steps
see
in
that,
that.
and she turns around.
I had to talk to Ember about something.
Charlotte!
You just shout at the. She can't hear you. Never mind.
Hey, loud over here. Hey.
If you want to. Out of game, if you want to trade in, I'll let that happen.
Sure. But
you
it's
guys-
just a change shirt. I don't think it trades in for that much.
I mean, like, you trade in a default one for a default one. I'm not talking about +1 or nothing.
Oh yeah, sure, I could do that. It would still be an upgrade for me.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah. Out of game, would Sandra know that some things are resistant to physical damage that's not, like, magically enchanted, if you catch my drift? Non-magical resistance.
Yes.
Because I don't know if she would know that.
Roll me a background information, see how
Sure.
extensive it is.
I was gonna ask, like, oh, do you have, like, something that could improve my gun? It's like, wait, would she? Let's see what I get.
You just had something that could improve your gun.
Yeah, but we used it on the sword. Oh my god.
You did.
It's not the same.
Nope. Chime. 1 sec. Probably switching back to Wi-Fi. Or helping troubleshoot it. Ah, I see. Does anyone else, out of game, does anyone else have any inquiries? I know, like, 3 of you are wizards.
So I'll see if I did get armor, would that be advantage on like Dex?
If you don't have proficiency with the armor, then I believe it's disadvantage on, like, basically everything.
You
Okay,
can't
then-
cast spells?
I
You have to-
think there's different rules between different editions. I keep forgetting which one goes with which.
I think, like, if we're not proficient in light armor, and you grab light armor, because you're not used to it, you can't do the somatic part of your spells.
You can't do spells. You have half movement, and you have disadvantage on all attacks and skills.
Ability checks.
Yeah.
Like strength or dex ability checks.
That's why we have, like, mage armor and shit.
Yeah, okay, so I'm
It makes you
staying
pretty
away
much
from-
work.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay, cool. Staying away from the armor then. That makes me slightly
Okay,
nervous.
So,
Welcome back.
Hello.
She has no inclination at magic resistant stuff until I come across something that's resistant to magic. It's like, oh shit, that didn't work. Armor, swap that out, get that.
Kirsty, don't die. That's bad.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Did you choke on your tea?
God.
I did.
Oh no,
Swallowed
please.
my lungs.
I just rip them out. They're not helpful anyways.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
They're like the
he's alright.
appendix.
I'm good.
I personally think that I have everything that I need from Ember currently. Until I can afford to buy, like, an upgraded +1 armor thing. If I can.
If you can.
Yes.
If that's the case, then, yeah, you can just trade in. What was that?
Sure. And studded leather is 12 plus dex, I want to say.
Let me open up the page.
Sorry, I should have had this open.
12 plus dex, no maximum dex boost.
It's a good thing it was a walking, like codex.
My guess was correct, but it was a guess. 12,
Yeah,
16.
versus kids, which I trust to be true.
Hmm.
So yeah, you trade in, and there you have it.
Oh, wonderful.
You can do some of this chaining, either refit it, maybe break it down, put it for some pieces for plating. We'll see. It'll be good. Good challenge. Give it to one of the assistants. Test them a bit. See what creative things they do.
Interesting. I'd love to hear how that works out.
I'll probably forget.
Eh. Bug, Ember, a belt, anyways.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'm all set, for the time being.
I don't think the wizards have anything they want for our remarks.
Could you get, like, a metal wand? Would that improve things?
Oh, sweet summer child, you have no clue what you just asked for.
Oh.
Ember has like a smirk on his face. He's like sort of writing down the sort of transaction and such like that. And he's just sort of looking down at the paper and not meeting you in the eye.
Did you just...
Did you just order a wand?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was saying theoretically.
I'd recommend you go talk to Anastasia for such devices.
Hold up,
You
I
say
have to look at my
Anastasia?
notes to see who Anastasia is. Cause, like, wait, hold on, who is that?
I haven't even given you like I think I've given you a dozen NPCs.
Anastasia.
A dozen.
Oh, her!
Yeah, she's the one with the big
I'm
No,
not
she just
surprised.
thing.
gave you your cool explosive
Yeah.
bullets, but hey, fuck her name, right?
I knew her. Fuck off. Anyways, yeah, I'm done.
Alright, if there's nothing else, I have things to attend to. One of which is negotiating with Abe. So, I'll be seeing you later.
How is old Abe these days?
You were here, like, literally earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been that long.
Oh, okay. How is... Okay, never mind then.
He's still in the fort.
Okay.
And he is
Look
now
out for
taken
that.
to... He's now taken to throwing magically enchanted stones at us.
Oh. How's the bucket going? The inner toilet?
I don't know, I haven't gotten close yet.
No, okay.
I
Be
fear
wary.
what could happen.
I know.
I've stopped going there. My predictions have been correct. He started yelling slurs at me. Which, to be fair, he is correct. But yeah, I've stopped going myself, and I've stopped sending assistants, because there's only so many shields he can pierce through and damage before I think it's a lost cause. So, perhaps some other time.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of which, I need to go back to repairing those shields, so I'll be seeing all of you later then.
Good day.
See ya.
Peace.
Thank you for your assistance. Or business.
Peace out.
You guys leave, and as you guys are leaving here, and Ember goes, ugh. And then you guys depart.
Was that Abe?
Who else would it be?
Oh, he's quickly becoming one of my
Like a
favorites.
fucking
Okay.
bullet. Just
It's just no, he's just using a sling with magically enchanted stones and
And they are damaging or destroying shields.
not fully destroying, but
Okay,
you wouldn't want to go into battle with a shield with a hole in it, would you?
fair enough.
Unless you're desperate. Or poor.
Or both.
Which I suppose is the same thing.
it's just a hole to put your spear through.
Oh, of course, of course. Of course. That also sounds like an innuendo. Moving on, though. You guys depart from Expeditionary HQ compound and make your way. It's the same path you took earlier this very day to the Keeper's Weavers. As you guys are getting there, as you guys are traveling there, rather, street lamps are getting lit by the according, lamp person. You know, got the big wheelie bicycles that allow you to reach all the way up there. Those things are weird, and I don't know who is the idiot that invented them, but good on them. But yeah, so street lamps are getting lit. People are sort of going home or going out, and you guys are amongst that latter group, aren't you? You guys get to the Keeper's Weavers just a bit before sundown. It's basically what's it called, twilight at this point.
Dusk?
Dusk. What is twilight then?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's Twilight.
Dusk.
Like similar situation.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Just
looked
like,
into this and was thinking
I just like the
things,
word dusk more.
I like
Yeah, no, I think dusk is more applicable. You got the nice orange, cascading spectrum color on the horizon, and you guys open up the door, ding, and you see Costello's talking to an individual, and you see Abigail folding up a piece of clothing as she looks up and smiles at you. Welcome back. Right on time, she says, looking at a clock on the wall. Funny. I thought you guys were going to be late.
Yeah, funny that.
we even made an unplanned stop on the way. We're very punctual.
Yeah. I thought we were going to be late too, to be fair. But yes.
Well, that's perfect then. Come on over. You guys walk past Costellos and this individual. They're sort of just chit-chatting, conversing, talking business. You guys go to that corner spot in the room where, again, it's sort of like a multifaceted mirror setup, so that you can see every angle of yourself without really having to turn terribly too much. A mirror room, essentially, except it's not its own room. As you guys pass this individual, you guys do note that he has a dog there. Before you fucking ask, it's not like fucking Mastiff. I swear to God, it's honestly more akin to like a wolf. It has sort of a pointed snout. And
The only question is it a good boy or girl?
It sits at attention next to his master.
It's good.
It's not a fucking mastiff.
It's not a fucking mastiff.
I'd completely forgotten about the Mastiffs. So you could have gone by and I would have had no idea.
Moving on.
You played yourself like a fiddle.
Dusk is the darkest stage of twilight, according to Google. Oh, interesting. Okay, so dusk is a part of it. Oh, interesting. TIL! See, you learn something every day.
Mm.
So, you guys walk past this, and as you guys get closer to the wolf and its master, it sort of, like, turns, like watches you guys, like, cautiously. But then as you guys sort of just pass by it, sort of stops caring and just sort of goes back to looking up at its master talking to Costellos. We could certainly do that, but I'm afraid we'll be closing up shop for the day. That's fine. Is there any particular expediency you'd like to have with this? That would be an additional charge. Take it. Make it however you want. Very well. Is there a place where we can send for you once it's done? Just send a note over to the HQ. Very well, very well. He looks, Costello sort of looks down at his paper, like, just to, double check details on it. Okay, Mr. Flint, then, you're all set. Thank you. And then, that guy walks out. You guys just sort of know, I guess you guys are, this is every group, everyone loves animals. You guys sort of know his dog, follow him out, and you're like, that's a good boy right there.
Aww.
No.
He's the greatest of boys. Okay.
And then as he steps out down the stairs that lead up to the shop, he holds out. You can see through the windows. He holds up a hand, and then a bird lands on his glove. And then the door sort of like is swinging back and forth shut, and then it eventually stops. It loses momentum. It's inertia.
Oh.
Peculiar man, that one. But I like him. And hello, welcome back, all of you. Varric, I hope you didn't do anything stupid while you were gone. Varric just like looks at you guys and he just shakes his head. He's like, look at the shit I have to deal with. He takes off his helmet and goes to his girlfriend, though. And
Aww.
in true Howl's Moving Castle moment, if you guys have seen the ending of Howl's Moving Castle,
Yes. Yes.
the two of them have a quick kiss, and it is tastefully censored by Abigail's sun hat.
Dog.
Ew.
Just like the end of Howl's Moving Castle. It's very
You
sweet.
still hear Macca though.
Yeah.
It's like a dog it's like a dog eating meat.
Ugh.
Oh, that made the scene so much worse.
Not actually.
Oh, anyways.
I personally like when you do stupid things. Varric just gets a look of confusion. You can tell he wants to say something, but he's smarter than that and doesn't say anything.
I don't think he's in luck rolling with us.
He's wiser than that, perhaps. So, about you guys' and she gestures to like, basically like, I guess they're piles? Not really. They're more like individual items set like across the counter space. About your guys' ensembles. This one's for you, Sandra. This one is for you, Wise. Sir
Okay,
Samuel. Aminius. She gestures to each one in turn.
Mm-hmm.
So stylish.
I actually have roughly detail what you guys' outfits look like.
Ooh.
I will start with Sandra.
Mm.
Sandra, you are given a light, as in it feels light, not that the color is light. Because black cannot be light. That's out of the catch. Then it's called gray. A light black long coat with dark leather sort of ribbed fitting around the waist area, the gut area, as well as padded shoulder.
Ooh.
The entire coat itself can be buttoned up, and it keeps the original green trimming of yours, but you note that it's the green on it is much more vibrant and verdant. Additionally, it also came with a light tan dress shirt that could be tucked away underneath the according dark pine, or as I've learned, it's also called hunter green vest. I'm talking dark, like it's approaching like black, but you can still tell it's green. This too can be buttoned up. For Wise, you are given a similarly colored light tan dress shirt. It seems a bit, well, compared to the one that you quote-unquote purchased on Varric's tab, it seems a bit more durable, a bit more thick, a bit more warm. Again, its button-up design allows its wearer to open up in case of cases of unwarranted heat, And inside its sleeves, it has internal buttons in case you need to roll up your sleeve. A little thing will come out, and you can button up on the outside. A little ribbon, a little tab, so to keep your sleeves rolled up. I have a shirt like that, and I fucking love those shirts, personally. It also is accompanied with a cloak, a pure black cloak, which Abigail marks. I think a dark on dark outfit might fit for someone of a more, she gets like a knowing look on her face, sneaky disposition.
Yes.
The cloak, you're quite welcome. It reaches down past your knees, just past your knees, in between your knees and your ankles. It's long enough, certainly, to weather most weathers, but not hinder you in case of the need to run away.
Okay.
It also is slit down the bottom end of it for someone that may or may not have a tail.
Oh, I forgot I had a tail.
That sort of flap area could also be moving past your anatomical forgetfulness. That sort of gash, a sort of flap area, can be tied together in case you need to. And the cloak itself has ties similar to that at the place where you actually sort of tuck it onto itself. Past the silver clasp that's on it. And Abigail helps you put it on, and as she does, she sort of mutters to you, it's sort of like a stage whisper, so it's quiet, but it's also meant to be heard. Silver. Just just lacking enough to not warrant unwanted attention and appearing too rich, but not, destitute like copper or any other bronze materials. She gives your wink just right.
Thank you very much. And I'm very pleased. I'm just going to twirl around in it a little bit.
So I'm just doing a thing where like she has the two jackets next to her and just like put one over the chest, put one over the chest, just like look back with which one do I wear?
Aminius, I guess a replacement coat, I guess is what it is akin to your original coat, but now it's evolved a bit past that. It's much more well-fitted to you, like personally tailored. I'm not sure if you guys have ever felt the difference between something you buy at a store versus something that's personally tailored, but the difference is massive. So it is much more well-fitted to you, and it's something a bit more, it has much more of an outdoorsy feel to it. I guess way to put it is like something like a raincoat, perhaps. Something that's meant for, again, travel. It's
Lovely.
It comfortably and suitably sits somewhere between adventurer or a piece of clothing you keep as an adventurer and a piece of clothing you keep to bring to a fancy gathering. Sits somewhere comfortably in between there. It looks nice, noble, but not ostentatious.
Picturing Jaime Lannister's game.
I don't.
Here we go with the Gambesons again.
Gambeson. Because that was switches. You guys hear something?
Gavin about Gambus.
Gavin. It comes with a similar black base coloring as the rest of your teams, except instead of or green trimming, yours comes with its own decorative, ornate trimming around the sleeves, around the collar.
Minius's eyes light up at the embellishments.
You note that it has many pockets on it. Pockets on the outside of its sleeve, pockets inside the chest area, on the outside of the chest area, stuff like that. Functional, but formal.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, Samuel, your original cloak, true to their word, they did their very best and finest to keep its original material and qualities.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where you honestly don't know if they actually did. Like, everyone else sort of got an upgrade, quote unquote. Yours looks exactly the same. And I don't mean exactly the same as in it's still tattered and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks as fresh as the day you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Untethered, unstained, it looks straight up right out of the loom and stuff like. Well, not loom. That's not the right word. right under the tailor shop, which I suppose it is. But its color is now vibrant. What color there is. And your crest is not polished is the right word because it's on fabric, but it's shiny in its own way. It looks like the day you got it, if not a bit better.
And then I start crying, and then I start hugging everyone.
No, that's for later when you get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
You guys are my best friend.
I've only known you for a day, but you know the thing about us so late. No, it's kidding.
Yeah, actually, I don't think. How long has it been? It's
You guys have known each other for 2 days.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Best friends.
Yeah, fighting and killing with one another tends to foster endearment. I would hope.
Well, there we go.
So there were some-
Besties.
See, we got military man to confirm it. Varric is sort of like, as you guys each like get your outfits on, and they sort of like flourish around the mirror area to see how it all looks on you and how it feels and stuff like that. Varric is just leaned against the wall, and then as Abigail finishes, presenting Samus' cloak to Samus, she comes over to Varric, and Varric, you guys can hear Varric he's not trying to shout it, but he's definitely not trying to keep it quiet. And how much did all this cost? Abigail gets a smile. One fancy dinner. Varric gets a look of surprise on his face. That works.
Oh,
what
I
a
got off
wonderful
too easy.
coincidence.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you're right, huh?
I just give him a look up. Did you really not put two and two together?
he forgot. And from your reaction, you can see Costello, who's behind the couple, just like shake his pinch the bridge of his nose and shake his head with a smile on his face, like
I say we're friends with the messenger boy. I go back to my jackets.
Is something going on? We're about to go to the Wayfarers. Really? You want to come with? I mean, shop's closed up, and if you're paying, I guess I would be. Then sure. Let it be known, he says this to all of you. I'm paying for her and me.
Damn it, you beat
And
me
what
to
about-
the thing.
Stingy.
And what about me? And Costello's. Thank you. Fucking
I mean, I'm
fucking
not gonna
third
be
building.
that expensive, right? Surely.
How are you
Fuck
when you're
off.
drunk?
Come on. Come on. Think
You guys
about
got the
it.
same fucking paycheck as I.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on.
Fuck
Come on,
off.
I've got to get you anything. She has
Wow.
a mouse to feed.
Exactly.
She has 200
I've got two
now.
heads to feed.
He flips you off.
Look at Augustus. Look at him. I'm gonna bring him.
Oh, look at this bird I found. I have to feed it, huh?
He's gonna do little puppy dog eyes. Come on, look at him. He's starving.
Piss off.
You said that to the poor mouse.
I know. How could you?
Just like holding the tiny
What
ears.
did Augustus ever do to you?
He rolls his eyes and puts his helmet back on.
Well, I'll take that as a no then.
I mean, I feel like the 3 or 4 piss-offs and the middle finger kind of said no, but either way.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's get going.
Abigail sort of pulls down her sun hat and just sort of more securely tucks it. And when will we be going? Right now, I guess. Perfect. Let's go then. To the Wayfarer's Fork. It's been a while since we've been there. It has. It has. Wonder how Billy's doing. Knowing Billy, probably fucking fine.
Is he the owner of the place?
He moves to say something, but catches himself and doesn't say anything and just shakes his head and just moves away. Leaves.
I feel they don't have a pleasant history.
So I'm getting that hint as well.
No, they get along fine. But
Oh.
you'll see. She says with a smile.
Right. Okay.
Castells follows her and Varric out the door. A knowing smile of his own. And he pulls out a key. Well, come on then. I'm not going to lock you guys in our store. Come on.
Alright.
Onwards. That.
You guys depart, and then locks get put in place. And you guys been traveling through town. It's definitively being sundown now.